WRMN 1410 Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Progressive. Governor J.B. Pritzker has proposed a $56 billion state budget as Illinois prepares for potential federal funding cuts. Capital News Illinois reports the plan increases spending on education, healthcare, and pensions, while most other areas would see little growth. Illinois lawmakers are considering lowering the legal blood alcohol limit for drivers from 0.08 to 0.05, which would make it among the strictest standards in the nation. Supporters say the change could help reduce impaired driving and traffic deaths. Governor J.B. Pritzker is proposing a statewide fee on social media companies expected to raise about $200 million annually for education. The plan would charge platforms based on the number of Illinois users, with larger companies paying higher monthly fees. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel made his $10 Tuesday bucket so full with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders that it might just last you till Wednesday, if you've got that kind of self-control. I mean, some people want leftovers. Others are more into right nowers. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal with KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by KFC. Governor J.B. Pritzker is proposing a statewide fee on social media companies expected to raise about $200 million annually for education. The plan would charge platforms based on the number of Illinois users, with larger companies paying higher monthly fees. Illinois lawmakers are considering lowering the legal blood alcohol limit for drivers from 0.08 to 0.05, which would make it among the strictest standards in the nation. Supporters say the change could help reduce impaired driving and traffic deaths. Governor J.B. Pritzker has proposed a $56 billion state budget as Illinois prepares for potential federal funding cuts. Capital News Illinois reports the plan increases spending on education, healthcare, and pensions, while most other areas would see little growth. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by KFC. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 55. A slight chance of rain showers this afternoon. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms before dawn, then rain likely with a low around 33. Looking ahead to Friday, a chance of snow before noon with a high near 40. Currently, it's 49 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Clutter happens, but junk doesn't have to weigh you down. At the Junk Luggers, we're your full-service junk removal and hauling pros, tackling everything from single-item pickups to major cleanouts. We handle the heavy lifting, and with our commitment to the green way, we rehome and recycle to keep your unwanted items out of landfills. So, whether you're clearing out the garage, downsizing, or saying goodbye to old furniture, we make the process eco-friendly and easy. Call 1-800-LUGJUNK or visit junkluggers.com today. Let's save your space and the planet together.
Looking for the perfect midday pick-me-up? Tune in on Out to Lunch on WRMN AM 1410. Weekdays at midday. Out to Lunch brings a fresh, energetic look at local life, diving into the stories, events, and conversations shaping our community. From lively talk and new discoveries to real voices from around town. It's the perfect mix of entertainment, information, and hometown spirit. Listen on WRMN AM 1410 or watch us live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Out to Lunch. Spice up your midday morning. Welcome in, folks, here to Out to Lunch on WRMN. Speaking of Out to Lunch, because the ad that just played was an Out to Lunch ad to spice up your midday morning or your midweek morning, right? There you go. And we are spicing it up here today. It is a Thirsty Thursday. Maybe you have your drink of choice this morning as we kick it off eventually to the afternoon. I have my cup of coffee, which is already almost done. Now, today I went to Burger King for my cup of coffee. Something a little bit, a little bit different. It's always a little bit overly too sweet, but I did get some breakfast from there. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to get my coffee from there too. Thought I might give it a try. Very good. Although I had to put my own coffee in there here from the station just because it was a little bit too sweet. So I was able to balance that out too. If you've ever had the Burger King coffee, especially the vanilla ones, you know what I'm talking about. It's very, very sweet. It's almost like you're drinking just creamer. So I said, well, I'm going to make sure I get some coffee here from work at the station, make myself some of that and mix it together so I can customize it to my own liking, which of course you can do for any cup of coffee too. I know coffee's getting a little bit on the pricier side as we've been seeing it, of course, but it's definitely something that I need. If it ever gets way too out of hand, even when it comes to like buying coffee just to make it home, I might have to maybe switch over to tea or something. We'll do like a Boston tea party or something like that. I don't know. But with that being said, we hope that you are enjoying this lovely morning today. It is a Thirsty Thursday. It's a beautiful day outside. And today we're also going to talk a little bit here too. We'll go through during the 12 o'clock hour some of the local libraries and what are some fun things that you can expect and things to do as well. But I think we'll also pay homage to maybe some good places locally in the Fox River Valley area that do have food. So we'll talk about that too. Starting off here, we'll go through our weather and temperatures. We have a high of 55 degrees coming up for today. It is a nice and sunny day, and it is only going to be this way today when you have a mixture of sun and a little bit warmer temperatures is what I mean, because it's going to get cold outside. Make sure to bundle up. We see a high of 55 degrees for today, currently right now at 52. It feels like 45, a little bit breezy. Rainy conditions are expected around 6 p.m. for tonight. Wind speeds gusts up to 17 miles per hour are making the temperature feel like 45 degrees today. Coming up, we do have about a 75 to 90% chance of rain now predicted. It was predicted earlier today during the 9 o'clock hour at roughly, it's at about 100%, but it looks like as of right now, it is going to be with about a 90% chance or so. And it does say a low of 30 degrees, which means it could be some freezing rain coming through into the forecast for tonight. Tomorrow is Friday. We are getting closer to the weekend. We are past that halfway mark here. We are just a day or two away from the weekend. Now, the weekend is going to be cold. It is going to start to feel similar or very much like a warmer day in winter or a very colder day in spring, depending on how you look at it. Tomorrow on Friday, we do see windy with on and off snow showers during the morning. A high of 35 degrees is going to be in that forecast. Chance of snow is predicted at 60% in the morning. A little bit of a blizzard, tiny blizzard, just because of the wind speeds being up to 40 miles per hour, could occasionally be happening. We see it dropping down to that low of 22 degrees, and a few clouds from time to time are going to be in that forecast. That'll be for Friday night. Into Saturday over the weekend, we see a high of 35 degrees, mostly cloudy, and then a little bit of sun peeping through in the afternoon. Then the clouds come back again. They're on a little hiatus, and then they return to Saturday night with a low of 21 degrees coming through in the forecast. For Sunday, the 22nd of February, we see a high of 27 as temperatures continue to drop in our area in the Fox River Valley and the Chicagoland area. It drops down even further to 17 as our low. Mostly cloudy skies are predicted for Sunday. As we head into next week for Monday, we see a high of 32. Temperatures slowly but surely begin to rise back into similar to colder spring days. Partly cloudy skies are in the forecast with a high of 32, dropping down to 17 as our low. It's definitely winter chills there for Monday night. Tuesday rolls around, mostly cloudy once again. Considerable amount of cloudiness pretty much throughout the whole day. We do see about a 15 to 20% chance of potentially some rain/snow showers again, but it's a much lighter percentage that we have predicted for Tuesday the 24th. For Wednesday the 25th, we see here a high of 45, so temperatures will again continue to rise a bit here. It drops down to 21 as our low with a few clouds from time to time. Mostly cloudy skies early, and then it does start to clear up. For Thursday, a week from today, sunshine and clouds are mixed throughout the whole day. We see a high of 41 and a low of 26. And then finally, Friday, which is a week and a day from today, high of 50 degrees, sunshine and clouds with a low of 32 coming up for Friday night. So those temperatures do fluctuate throughout the rest of the month here as we head on into the month of March. We're going to start to see those temperatures rising similar to how they are seen right now. In the 50s, close to the 60s. Once we head on into March, it's springtime coming up around the corner. We've got St. Patty's Day coming up. We've got fun events going around the area too. So we'll keep you in tune with that. The flea market season's coming up. That's very exciting as well. We'll make sure to promote those because I know it's coming up February 28th and March 1st for the Kane County Flea Market. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try my best to make it out there for this month. And then maybe too, because I know, wait a minute. It's the same day, isn't it? The Elgin High School Flea Market. Let me look this up here. Elgin High School, spelling school with 2 L's. By mistake, Elgin High School Flea Market. When is that going to be? Yeah, see, now that is the same day. That's going to be the same day as the Kane County Flea Market. Okay. It's 10 to 4. 10 to 4. That's coming up. I want to go to that. I think it'll be fun. I'll see if maybe I could get someone in here to run the board for Michael Tuman. If not, though, it's totally fine. I can always just go a little bit later. That's totally fine too. I can make it out there. But if I miss out on that, I can always go on Sunday to the Kane County Flea Market. One of those days, I'm going to be doing some. I'm going to be doing some shopping, little knickknack shopping, or probably even just jewelry. That's really what I've been looking for too. Trying to make a little investment there, maybe if I do find some gold, because gold has gone up. So those are the weather and temperatures that we're going to be seeing for the rest of this week and also into next week. You can find this and more on your local weather channel, weather.com or AccuWeather, or also on your phone, tablet, or laptop or computer. Today's show, Out to Lunch, is proudly sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Are you looking for expert orthopedic and spine care close to home? St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin is here for you. They offer their highly skilled orthopedic and spine specialists, and they provide advanced treatments for joint, bone, and back conditions, all with a personalized approach designed to get you moving again. So whether it's for hip or knee pain, sports injuries, or complex spine issues, they use the latest technology and surgical techniques to help you to heal faster and to get back to those activities that you love. And that's not all. They have their comprehensive rehabilitation services, which means that you'll have expert support every step of the way, from surgery through recovery. So trust your health to excellence today. You can trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. Call them today at 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment. So as always, thank you so much to St. Joseph Hospital, located at 77 North Airlight Street in beautiful Elgin, Illinois, for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. The time is 15 past the hour. We'll take our quick time out. When we come back, we'll go through our inspirational story of the day today from sunnyskies.com. We'll talk about the word of the day. We'll also go through our national days, what we have to recognize, celebrate, and enjoy. And then we'll go through our conversation story of the day on how reading to young kids improves their social skills. And a new study is showing it doesn't matter whether parents stop to ask questions. So stay tuned for that and more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
Are you suffering with anxiety, depression, PTSD, an eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem? If it's causing problems at work or with your family, get help now at Insight Mental Health and Wellness. We can help and treat all types of depression and mental issues. We'll help you use your insurance to get away from it all to a beautiful, sunny, and tranquil vacation-like environment so you can recharge yourself. And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you could take the time off you need from work. Plus, with the Affordable Care Act, your treatment could be 100% covered. If you're suffering from any kind of anxiety, depression, PTSD, eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem, use your insurance and get away from it all. Come to sunny California. Call Insight Mental Health and Wellness now. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. That's 800-419-0287.
When it comes to orthopedic and spine surgery, Prime Healthcare St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin leads the way. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a high performer across multiple surgery types, we offer advanced and minimally invasive procedures supported by state-of-the-art imaging technology. Our expert surgeons and compassionate care teams are here to help you move, heal, and live better every step of the way. St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, exceptional care close to home.
I know we're at an at-will state, but for making a comment, like, hey, your hair looks good. And then I got a call from HR saying, hey, you know what? You're under investigation. Do I have any recourse?
Were you fired?
No, not yet.
The problem, Eddie, is they can fire you for any reason they want. They literally can wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I'm a little bored this morning. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire Eddie for no reason. Yep, he can do that. Yeah, that's California. Yep, welcome.
Handle on the Law. If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com.
The Live Like Rue Foundation is a 501c3 charitable organization that assists owners and their pets through a cancer diagnosis by providing financial and emotional support. In memory of a dog named Rue, the foundation helps local shelters and rescuers by sponsoring animals with cancer who do not yet have a forever home. Live Like Rue is a beacon of light during a dark time. For support for your pet or to donate or volunteer, please go to livelikeRue.org. Again, livelikeRue.org.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. We are broadcasting live here from Studio 14. This is Matt McNeil, the voice that you are hearing on the airwaves right now. And I'm in front of the board, too. Yes. And Susie C., by the way, I got to give a shout out to our lovely Susie C., Sue Castle of the morning show. She ran the board last night for Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. And Bob was there too. And they had a great time. I was there for a little bit for like the first 15, 20 minutes to help set them up. And Sue did a great job. She goes, oh, I'm nervous to use the board. I'm like, you're going to do great. And she did a wonderful job. So a big shout out to you, Susie C. And if you want to visit her, you can find her at the, well, of course, stop by the station, give us a wave, say hi, and all the also different events locally in the area, of course, including WRMN events. But especially you can check her out at Newman's Corner Pub at 1000 South State Street in downtown Hampshire. Let's see what we have for our inspirational story of the day today. Now, this one, the title of it is definitely something, a phrase that my dog Duncan would love to hear. And this is titled, Follow the Dog Treats, because he loves his dog treats. He lives for them. Even when I ask him for a kiss, he doesn't give it to me, but he expects treats from me and everyone else in my family. And he's just so darn cute. We just can't help ourselves. We're trying to not give him so many treats, but we just love him so much. And he's such a good dog. But anyway, the story of the day today was posted by a user by the name of Ross, and it is titled, Follow the Dog Treats. So Ross here says, quote, I'm a big bald guy, 6'2" and 275 pounds. And I have a tiny dog, a 10-pound Chihuahua mix. I thought my first dog was going to be a Great Dane, but this little nugget stole my heart. About 2 years ago, we started running into an older woman during her daily walks, and she always had treats in her pocket, and it didn't take long for my dog to fall in love with her. After a few months of casually crossing paths on the street, she did something really sweet. I could tell she was working up the nerve to ask me something, and she said, quote, would you ever consider having dinner with a couple of 80-year-olds, she said. Of course, I said yes, not totally knowing what to expect, but I trust anyone who's a dog person. Over the last 2 years, I've had dinner with her and her husband every few weeks, and it's been one of the most rewarding relationships of my life, Ross here writes. They're not just cool, funny, sweet people who love movies. We watched Casablanca together. And they swear like sailors and love my little dog and treat me incredibly kindly. Now we bring each other food all the time and constantly check in. I feel like I hit the neighbor jackpot. It makes me want to cry just thinking about it. Water random gardens and see what grows. That is a good quote. Water random gardens and see what grows. I think that's a really nice quote there, Ross. I don't know if you coined that term or if you heard someone else say it, but that's a good one. Water random gardens and see what grows. And that's a beautiful impact that we as people can have, and especially as a community together. We can water other communities, work together, embrace each other, talk about what are the events happening in the area, what are your different organizations doing to help people. Yesterday, we had Elizabeth Thielen and Barbara Stewart coming onto the air talking about their community events. Elizabeth Thielen is with behavioral health services for folks who are struggling with gambling, as she was herself too. And so she has that experience, and she helps people out, no matter what walk of life, who struggle with gambling. So that interview's been posted on our YouTube page. Also, the upcoming prom event, which I left the flyer in the office, so I got to get it on break here, but I'll show it to you. It's the upcoming prom event that you can enjoy. There's lovely Cecilia Brooks walking by, giving us a wave, always very stylish with her dog, Gusan. But yes, so the prom event's coming up. That's March 28th and 29th. We'll talk more about that too, but if you want to watch the video, the interview yourself, you can find it on our YouTube page, youtube.com/WRMN radio. If you do have a hard time finding it, I highly recommend checking out our playlists. You'll be able to find everything in order on where things are located. So our playlist is in alphabetical order. We're still working through some things to see if we can maybe even have it based off of the order of the shows, but We're in the work in progress with that, but you can find it on our YouTube page if you want to check out that interview talking about the upcoming prom event where a lot of students and families are able to receive free prom dresses, accessories, and more for their kids to go to prom. And you don't have to break the bank to do it because it can be very expensive. So it's a really nice event. It's called Shine Bright Like a Diamond, and it's Sisters Impacting Elgin. They're the organization that's putting this event on. So it's really cool, and we hope that you can get out and enjoy it too. So back to our story of the day. Yes, that end quote, water random gardens to see what grows. That's the inspirational story today, posted on sunnyskies.com. Up next, we have our word of the day today, recognized today on the 19th. It is a noun. It is syllogism. Syllogism is spelled Syllogism. Now, the word syllogism refers to a formal argument in logic that is formed by two statements and a conclusion, which must be true if the two statements are true. So, logics courses, if you remember those, I was not good in the logics course. I don't know why, I just wasn't. I just couldn't do it. I'm not saying I'm not a logical person, but at least the steps. If A is true, then B must be true. I don't know. I just had a little bit of a hard time with that course. But I did take a logics class when I was at ECC, and it was a fun class. It was a lot of fun. Every day was fun. But I didn't do too well in the class, not because I was slacking off, just because it was a little bit difficult, but I still had a lot of fun with it too. I didn't get too frustrated with it. I had a lot of fun with it. So here's an example of a syllogism in a quote. All men are mortal, no gods are mortal, therefore no men are gods. There is a logistical quote that is syllogism. Now, of course, when it comes to syllogism, there are some different patterns and discoveries that maybe at one point was a syllogism and then something broke that syllogism, right? So here's some examples of what a foundational syllogism is, for example. Major premise for a health example. All humans need oxygen to survive. Minor premise is Maria is a human, so the conclusion is therefore Maria needs oxygen to survive. Now, there are some syllogisms, like I said, where it might have been very foundational and true for one point in time, but then it, based off of interpretation, might have now no longer been a strong syllogism, right? So there's a lot of different examples out there. There are a couple different ones, and there's a whole logistical conversation on that too. But with that being said, it might be logistical to someone and not to another person. All those life things, right? Apolitical Talk Show is the one to listen to that to talk about it. But with that being said, that's the word of the day today, recognized. It is syllogism, and it's used in everyday life to some degree, even if we don't realize it. But that's the word of the day. It's a noun recognized by the Merriam-Webster's Dictionary, and you can find more information posted at merriam-webster.com. We still have about 2 minutes left before we take it to our bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. So what I want to do is I want to remind you that you are listening to WRMN AM 1410. We hope that you are enjoying this lovely morning today, that you appreciate life and the people that you have in your life that are good to you and you're good to them, and the community that you live in too. We've got lots of great things that are coming up for the future here on WRMN, and we hope that you can be a part of it with us too. If you ever want to reach out to us for any information, for questions, comments, show and content suggestions, because we do take your suggestions and we meditate on them. So please feel free to reach out to us. 847-741-7700. If I'm unable to get to the phone, or anyone here is unable to get to the phone on time, please feel free to reach out to us through our email. You can email me anytime, matt@WRMN1410.com. If you want to email me, if you have my business card, it's got my personal number on there. You can feel free to text me anytime, and I'd love to speak with you, so feel free to do that. If you have any news suggestions for us, you can email us news@WRMN1410.com, or of course info@WRMN1410.com. Working together, part of the community for the community here, we strive to be your local trusted voice of the Valley for local news, engaging shows, and community spirit. Don't forget, you can also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/WRMN Radio. and check out more on our website and on our YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. Up next, we'll talk about our national days to recognize, celebrate, and enjoy on this Thirsty Thursday. It is also a Taco Thursday in the McNeil family home, so I'm cooking tacos tonight. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by KFC. Governor J.B. Pritzker has proposed a $56 billion state budget as Illinois prepares for potential federal funding cuts. Capital News Illinois reports the plan increases spending on education, healthcare, and pensions, while most other areas would see little growth. Governor J.B. Pritzker is proposing a statewide fee on social media companies expected to raise about $200 million annually for education. The plan would charge platforms based on the number of Illinois users, with larger companies paying higher monthly fees. Illinois lawmakers are considering lowering the legal blood alcohol limit for drivers from 0.08 to 0.05, which would make it among the strictest standards in the nation. Supporters say the change could help reduce impaired driving and traffic deaths. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Get ready for an unforgettable night out in downtown St. Charles at O-Shows, where live music, dining, and entertainment come alive. Visit the iconic Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street and experience the venue voted Chicagoland's premier entertainment destination. Whether you're enjoying a headliner concert, dining at Rock and Ravioli, or hitting the speakeasy at Club Arcada, O-Shows creates memories. Tickets and event info at oshows.com, and you can call 630-962-7000. That's 630-962-7000. Make your reservation, bring your friends, and plan your next event at O-Shows. Live music, dining, and entertainment, all in one place. Visit oshows.com and join the fun tonight. Supporter of the America's First Responder Fest.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 55. A slight chance of rain showers this afternoon. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms before morning, then rain likely with a low around 33. Friday brings a chance of snow before noon with a high near 40. Currently, it is overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel made his $10 Tuesday bucket so full with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders that it might just last you till Wednesday, if you've got that kind of self-control. I mean, some people want leftovers. Others are more into right nowers. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal with KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN on this beautiful sunny Thursday morning, soon to be Thursday afternoon. You are listening to Out to Lunch, which is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, your trusted local hospital, a member of Prime Healthcare, and they're here to keep you moving. So get back to doing what you love with that expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Being a proud member of Prime Healthcare, they're here to keep you moving from advanced surgery to personalized rehab. Their specialists are with you throughout your care journey. Schedule your appointment today by calling 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com. So thank you so much to St. Joseph Hospital for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. So we talked about the inspirational story of the day, the word of the day, which is syllogism. We talked a little bit about that, some examples there too. Now we want to move on a bit to what are some of our national days. What do we have to recognize, celebrate, and enjoy? Well, because it is Out to Lunch and we do like to talk about food and drinks, let's go through the ones that do mention it. If you do love chocolate, this is a day for you. If you do love mint, this is also a day for you. But if you like chocolate mint, this is an even better day for you. It is National Chocolate Mint Day today, recognized on this day. Now, I've heard the term that usually some people, or at least when it comes to mint chocolate, you either love it or you hate it. Some people tolerate it though too, so it doesn't have to be a simple black and white response to it. There are some of the gray areas, or maybe even some of the green and brown areas there too, if you're talking about mint chocolate. It's delicious. I do enjoy it on specific occasions. I can't have it all the time, but I do occasionally like it, especially when it comes to those chocolate mints that you get at Olive Garden. So National Chocolate Mint Day is observed annually across the nation on February 19th. It's a holiday that has been set aside for all the chocolate mint lovers to eat their favorite treats all day long. Now, the Aztecs and the Mayans, back to a little bit of history here for you, are given much credit for their ways with chocolate. And while chocolate was brought back to Europeans, they were not fond of the dark, bitter bean, so they used more of this for medicinal purposes. As it was mostly consumed as a hot beverage, Europeans mixed mint, cinnamon, and other spices to make it more palatable, right? You have the very bitter chocolate and the cocoa bean, and sometimes it can just be too bitter for some people out there. And that's apparently, of course, what happened back in the European times, or at least in the European times, back in the day, where Europeans decided to test out some things, meant to make it a little bit more powerful, but not so much too bitter. Cinnamon to add a little spice to make it more enjoyable. And over time, they added sugar, and the combination of chocolate and mint became quite fashionable. Now you fast forward to the mid-1800s when inventions and improvements in the processes made it possible for confections to begin mass producing chocolates. Even then, the small candy shops served a local public. Advertisements for milk chocolate or chocolate mints did not start up showing in newspapers until the turn of the century. One of the earliest mass-produced chocolate mints was Huyler's. That was in New York. Their chain and stores spread across the country. Today, we find mint chocolate in everywhere from ice cream to brownies, cookies and candies, liquors and sauces. Girl Scouts first sold the Thin Mint cookies back in 1953, and they're still their most popular cookie for the Girl Scouts. And they are quite delicious too. And in fact, speaking of the Girl Scouts, we're going to have them on during Out to Lunch for an interview. There's a Touch a Truck donation event that's coming up on March 7th, and they'll be in the studio on Wednesday, March 4th at 11 o'clock. Talk about it with us. Maybe they'll even bring some mint chocolate cookies. I know we still have some from when they were on last month. So, of course, how do you observe Chocolate Mint Day today? Well, eat some chocolate mint ice cream, cookies, make something using chocolate and mint. Homemade Thin Mints sound pretty yummy. Find different ways to incorporate chocolate and mint in your daily food prep. If you want it as a dessert or to incorporate it into a main meal, there's ways to do that. So yes, it is National Chocolate Mint Day today, and you can also enjoy some delicious chocolatey goodness and maybe even feel a little bit refreshed with the mint, right? A little bit of minty freshness. That sounds pretty good. Another day recognized is National Lash day today. No, not lash as in lash out at people, but lash as, you know, what's on your eyes there, the eyelashes. It's promoting the love and need for true and even those false eyelashes. The day offers an opportunity to explore the benefits and fashion of lashes. Now, sometimes you can see those long lashes and they definitely have that spidery look to them, or maybe something a little bit more on the natural side of things. Whatever you like best for you and the occasion, whether it's daily or specifically just for an event, let the lashes speak out and help it to contour the beautiful eyes that you already have too. So that is recognized today, National Lash Day. It is also National Arabian Horse Day today on this day. It's a way to celebrate this beautiful Arabian horse, recognized as one of the most popular breeds in the world. And it's a beautiful one to see too, with the beautiful orangish brown color that it has. I'm not quite sure what that color is, but the actual term. But you get the beautiful, I do like that color of a horse. It's very rich in color, which is nice. Some other days to recognize, it is Tug of War Day today. Now, this is a fun activity to do. Our school, when I was in high school, we always did, when it was Spirit Week, we always did a tug of war. And it was usually homeroom classes versus each other. And then it was the different grades versus each other too. And let me tell you, even though we were seniors, I think the juniors beat us that year. I'm pretty sure the juniors beat us that year. So it did not make our senior class look too great, but it was still a fun time nonetheless too. So the tug of war is a fun game to play. Just make sure you're playing it safely. You don't want to get too much of like an Indian burn on your hands, because of the having to grip the rope too much. There's a couple other days that you can also check out and recognize. It is National Vet Girls Rock Day. This is an educational day highlighting the contribution of women veterans who work in the U.S. military and give an opportunity to the community and national bodies to give back to them. For female veterans, the day is also an opportunity to celebrate the lifelong bonds that have formed during their service. It's no easy feat to serve in the military and then transition back to civilian life. For this reason, Vet Girls Rise purpose is to support female veterans and improve their life skills, their lives in general too. So that is a day to recognize as well. Now, National Vet Rock Day was established in, this was in 2017. And this is celebrating the history of lives of women in the military. So again, this is long before women were allowed to serve in the military. They did participate in wars as nurses, cooks, and also caretakers for soldiers too, for the soldiers. And in 1908, President Theodore Roosevelt established the Navy Nurse Corps. The first 20 female participants were called the Sacred 20. The first woman to be officially enlisted was Loretta Perfectus Walsh in 1917 when she joined the American Navy. Women were officially allowed to participate in active military and combat roles in the last 2 years of World War II. And again, the holiday was created, Vet Girls Rock, on this day back in 2019 was when the holiday was created. The initiative was created back in 2017. So that is a day to recognize again and celebrate, and to recognize those who have given their lives, and for those who have been or who are active in the military and who have been too. My cousin Wendy and her husband John were very active in the military too. I actually, I was just looking on the post here on her Facebook because I wanted to see. So she's got some pictures of some of her times when she was in the Army, and so I'll show it to you here on the screen. That's one of her with her lady friends, and that's her right there. Let's see if I can get it. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. That's her, my cousin Wendy. She is lovely, and she has a son, Mason, who's also going to be enlisting in the Army pretty soon too. I do believe so. Very, very cool. And thank you for your service, cousin Wendy and John, and everyone else too, of course, who always got to give you recognition. So The time is 44 past the hour. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN AM 1410. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jeff Walter, and I'm running for Congress in the 11th Congressional District. I'm the mayor of Elgin, a retired businessman, and retired from the Navy as a Master Chief. The reason I'm running and was asked to run is because Washington has lost its way. As the mayor of Elgin, I have to govern using common sense. I have to stay within my budget. We have to provide clean streets, police protection, good clean water, and something's got to happen when you flush that toilet, the right thing. Washington's lost its way on those core ideals. They're too focused on too many issues that are either too far left or too far right. We need to bring some common sense back to Washington. So vote Jeff Walter for Congress. You can check us out at jeffwalterforcongress.com. I'm Jeff Walter, and I approve this ad. Paid for by Walter for Congress.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Ready to tackle your junk piles? Call the Junk Luggers. From old furniture to entire cleanouts, we do the heavy lifting. And here's the best part. We rehome and recycle as much as possible to keep it all out of landfills. Feel good about your cleanout the green way. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today for your eco-friendly, stress-free service.
Get ready for Around the House every Saturday night from 5 to 7 p.m. on WRMN AM 1410. If you're a homeowner or contractor looking to tackle those projects that feel a bit too big, this is the show for you. Join Eric along with his knowledgeable guests as they dive deep into everything from DIY renovations to creating a healthy home environment. We'll provide you with the tools and tips you need to complete your projects with confidence and ease. But it's not all work and no play. We believe in having fun. Our passion for home improvement shines through as we help you save time, money, and reduce the stress of DIY. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, don't miss Around the House. Tune in every Saturday night and let's tackle those home projects together.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Taking a look at the comment section, we got Andrew here and Michael. Thanks so much for joining us. What's up, Matt? Hey, Andrew, I'm doing good. He loves his coffee. Andrew, I do too. I already finished mine. I'm going to have to make myself a second one for Talk Time with Tammy and Friends, which is coming up later today. That'll be from 2 until 4 o'clock. Michael in the comments says, I got to do some research on those Girl Scout cookies. Be amazing what kind of stuff they put into them. Okay, I will do some research. I will take your offer up on that. Do a little bit of research for myself. Always good to do some research on things. But very good. Hey, look, the cookies are good nonetheless still. You got to admit it. Especially the coconut ones, which I used to hate. And now I really do like them. I don't have Girl Scout cookies very much. I try not to eat too many sweets, but when I do, it's a little nice treat for myself. So everything in moderation. Let's go through our conversation story of the day today. Now, this is a good one to talk a little bit about here with you. You remember growing up and your parents used to read stories to you. You know, it could be a book that was your favorite book, or maybe it was a story that they always liked. Reading to young kids, right? And it might have even not just been a child's book. It might have been just even a story that they told you. You were getting ready to be tucked into bed. It might have been a school night or the weekend. So maybe you were able to sleep in a little bit. And you always wanted to have that nice story being read to you. Maybe it was your favorite book. Maybe it was Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Or maybe it was was a book that I used to read when I was a kid. Possum Come a Knockin' was a book that I used to, my parents used to read to me when I was a kid. There were a couple stories that I was like, they were kind of scary stories. There was a scary stories to Tell in the Dark book. I don't know if you remember that. The drawings were very unsettling. But I always was so intrigued by it. And then there was another one too. It was a little book of little creepy stories. And my parents would be like, "Are you sure you want me to read this to you before bed?" And I'm like, "I don't know, maybe." I had never had a nightmare before from reading a horror story ever. But I did have a nightmare once when I went into a Halloween store, though, when I was very little. I did not like it. I could go in now just fine, but back in the day when I was a kid, oof. Yeah, I still remember the nightmare too. I don't know. It's a long story. But anyway, yes, reading to young kids. This improves their social skills. And a new study is showing it doesn't matter whether parents stop and ask those questions. So this is an article that was written a couple days ago by Aaron Klabow, who is an associate professor of psychology at the University of Virginia. So this is what the study says. In 2024, 51% of families read aloud to their very young children, while 37% read aloud to their kids between the ages of 6 and 8 years old. And that's according to a study done by Scholastic.com under their newsroom panel. So if you want to check out the source of that, there's a link directly through this article. Some parents have said that they stopped reading aloud to their school-age children because their kids can read on their own, which we are actually seeing a little bit of a rise in that. The rise of Kids and Family Reading Report, the rise of read-alouds that are happening. And that's a study that you can also find on Scholastic.com. So the author of this article, Erin, says that she's a neuroscientist with 4 children, and she wondered whether children might be losing more than just the pleasure of listening to books being read aloud to them. In particular, she wondered whether it was affecting their empathy and also their creativity, if it was being read to them instead of them reading it themselves or learning to, or at least in that moment. So this is a simple idea from literature. Erin here says that she studied and written about empathy and creativity as part of her personal effort to better understand how to be a good parent. She has found that empathy and creativity aren't talents you're born with or without. They are skills that respond to practice, just like learning to play the piano, for example. But her children in this particular instance weren't being taught either empathy or creativity in elementary school. And the data showed that young people's empathy and creativity may have dropped over the past few decades. Empathy isn't just about being nice. It's a superpower that helps children predict behavior and navigate social situations safely. It makes them better at reading facts and emotional cues. So, this article goes into more detail on this. Creativity, of course, is essential for self-control and problem solving. It's something that all of us have some drive to do, right? To be creative, to create something as humans, even if it's something super small. It's much easier, of course, to regulate your behavior if you can imagine multiple solutions to a problem instead of fixating on the one thing that you're not supposed to do. So about 10 years ago, Erin writes here that she started making some changes at home to ensure that her children got these skills. Setting aside 15 minutes at night was sometimes the only one-on-one time that she had with each kid, with bedtimes of 7:30, 7:45, and 8 o'clock, as well as 8:15. It was precious to her. She wondered if whether using conflicts and bedtime stories as teachable moments would help them to develop more empathy for others and boost their creativity. So Erin here back in 2016 wrote about how she thought her children became more empathetic when they paused at times during a book and asked these questions. How do you think this character feels? And what would you do? But no one had tested this experiment on a broader scale. So she goes into testing this idea. Beginning in 2017, 4 colleagues and Erin herself recruited 38 families in Central Virginia with children ages 6 to 8, which is an age when kids are navigating social relationships and experiencing intense brain development. All of the children in the study were somewhat independent beginning readers, or they could read independently. And in their study, the caregivers read 1 storybook nightly for 2 weeks. So Erin here chose several illustrated books, including The Tooth Fairy Wars, Library Lion, A Letter for Leo, couple other ones that are available out there too. There's nothing really special about these books, she writes, except that they are all contained in some sort of social conflict, and her kids gave them a thumbs up. They were about, among the characters, other characters, a polar bear who becomes separated from his mother in the snow, and a boy who hid his teeth from the tooth fairy. Half the families in their study read the book each night straight through without pausing. The other half paused and at one point per point in the story to ask 2 reflective questions. So this is the study that she had and some of her colleagues. So for example, when the tooth fairy stole the tooths Nathan desperately wanted to keep, they asked, "How would you feel if you were Nathan?" If the child answered, the parents just listened. If not, they waited 30 seconds before continuing. Before and after 2 weeks, they tested children's empathetic ability to understand what others might be thinking and how they're feeling. They also tested creativity using the alternative uses tasks, which then asks kids to generate creative ideas, such as thinking of unusual uses for a paper clip or listening things with wheels. So those kind of creativity things that make kids think about them. So she goes into a little bit more on the creative approach on this. Their study had limitations, of course. They did not have a comparison group that did not read at all, and most of the families had higher income, with 92% of the families earning more than $50,000 per year. Future research could address this gap and also investigate whether the benefits were found persist past 2 weeks and whether they translate into real-world kindness. But importantly, they found no gender differences in their study. The practice works equally well for boys and girls. And even though the majority of their families said that they already read regularly to their children, this practice still worked to boost empathy and creativity. Something else that they had found was even the families that didn't ask questions to their kids, the kids still were able to interpret the stories as well. Especially when it's a picture book, when they're able to visually see what's on the page and they're able to visually see the story move along, they're able to see it, hear it, and interpret it themselves, right? So that's the creative approach to all of this. So bedtime stories are more than just a routine. And as a neuroscientist, Erin here says that she knows the elementary school years are a particularly powerful window when children experience intense formation of new brain connections. So these 15 minutes of reading to your kid aren't just about preparing kids to sleep or teaching them to decode words. What you're doing is you're building neural pathways for understanding others and imagining different possibilities. With this repeated practice, these connections strengthen, just like practicing the piano. So in a world designed to pull families towards screens, bedtime reading remains a refuge where parents and the children can share the same imaginative space with each other. And of course, you also get to connect with your child too, which is great. But the pressure's off for parents. You don't have to read in any special way. Just reading to them is well enough for them to know that you care. And that's important. And you're also spending time with your kids too, which is great. So we encourage spend time with your kids, your loved ones. Maybe read a book to your kid tonight if you haven't in a while, or even maybe have your kids read a book to you. I think that would be pretty cool too, because you never know. Maybe even you can learn some cool things. Even though you're a full-grown adult, maybe listening in right now, many of you are, you still can learn a lot from our kids out there, and especially since they're our future too. So take the time to listen and share that connection. It's a great opportunity. So with that being said, that's our article and discussion for today. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch. We'll talk about some local businesses that you can hop on the train to check out some really great opportunities and fun activities for the weather getting warmer eventually as we head on into spring. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids right here in our own backyard are facing hunger every day? Without healthy food, it's harder to grow, to thrive, to feel their best.
The impact when children don't have enough to eat is tremendous because when you're hungry and your basic needs aren't being met, you cannot learn.
Every child deserves to be fed. This is a problem we know how to solve. Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Breakfast in the classroom contributes to kids being more focused, which leads to higher grades, and simply just their well-being.
Thank you! Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by KFC. Governor J.B. Pritzker is proposing a statewide fee on social media companies expected to raise about $200 million annually for education. The plan would charge platforms based on the number of Illinois users, with larger companies paying higher monthly fees. Illinois lawmakers are considering lowering the legal blood alcohol limit for drivers from 0.08 to 0.05, which would make it among the strictest standards in the nation. Supporters say the change could help reduce impaired driving and traffic deaths. Governor J.B. Pritzker has proposed a $56 billion state budget as Illinois prepares for potential federal funding cuts. Capital News Illinois reports the plan increases spending on education, healthcare, and pensions, while most other areas would see little growth. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Men's hoops on Wednesday, number 10, Illinois routed Southern Cal 101-65. The Illini are 13-3 in the Big Ten, second behind 15-1 Michigan. The second half of the NBA season starts tonight for the Bulls when they take on the Toronto Raptors. Chicago went into the All-Star break with losses in 6 in a row and 9 of 10. The team returned to practice on Wednesday. Head coach Billy Donovan will be away from the team after the death of his father. He's expected to be back Saturday against Detroit. The Bulls are hoping to have Josh Giddey, Trey Jones, and Jalen Smith back in the lineup. Olympic women's hockey this afternoon. The U.S. battles Canada for the gold. Men's hockey tomorrow, semifinal round. The U.S. tangles with Slovakia. The Blackhawks return to action next week. They'll open the second half of the season at Nashville next Thursday. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Progressive presents a guided meditation.
Hear the birds sing, a chipmunk nibbling on an acorn. Smell the pine needles gently falling into your living room as the breeze blows through the gaping hole in your roof. Gaze up at that broken tree branch and relax, because you bundled your home and auto with Progressive and have the peace of mind of 24/7 protection. So relaxing.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
My doctor told me my blood pressure is borderline. I figured I could worry about it or do something about it. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula. It works safely and naturally to help maintain healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural reference.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. Today, mostly cloudy with a high near 55. A slight chance of rain showers this afternoon. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms before morning, then rain likely with a low around 33. Friday brings a chance of snow before noon with a high near 40. Currently, it is overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel made his $10 Tuesday bucket so full with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders that it might just last you till Wednesday, if you've got that kind of self-control. I mean, some people want leftovers. Others are more into writing hours. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal with KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And welcome, folks, to the 12 o'clock hour of Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. We're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Hey, are you looking for expert orthopedic and spine care close to home? Well, Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, and they are here for you. Their highly skilled orthopedic and spine specialists provide advanced treatments for joint, bone, and back conditions, all with a personalized approach designed to get you moving again. So whether it's for hip or knee pain, sports injuries, or complex spine issues, they use the latest technology and surgical techniques to help you heal faster and get back to the activities that you love. And don't forget, of course, you can check out their comprehensive rehabilitation services, meaning that you'll have expert support every step of the way, from surgery through recovery. So trust your health to excellence. Trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. You can give them a call today. Their number is 847-931-5525, or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com. This is where you can learn more and schedule your appointment today. So thank you, of course, so much for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. This is St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. They're a proud member of Prime Healthcare and a proud member of the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce. You can also check them out on their Facebook page as well. Your experience does matter to them, so please share them comments on Google. If you'd like to give them a Google review, you can share your experience, leave a review, help them to continue improving their patients and also their families. They're ensuring that high quality care, and they'd love to hear about your visit too. So visit their website, stjosephelgin.com, or check them out and follow them on their Facebook page and other social media platforms too. Let's go once again to the weather and temperatures for today. High of 59 is in that forecast. Let's take a little look-see here and see what we're at right now. On my phone at 56 degrees, we're almost to our high of 59. It feels like 50, roughly so. We see here a low of 30 degrees for tonight. We are going to be seeing a chance of rain coming through to kind of help to make the grass grow a little bit greener here. So it definitely will be a little bit muckier outside. We see it dropping down to a low of 30 degrees, showers with a possible thunderstorm early, accumulating later tonight. For tomorrow on Friday, we are kicking off our weekend with chilly temperatures. If you are maybe looking forward to, I don't know, It depends on the person. Some people like the winter weather, some people don't. You're going to experience some of that winter weather. Now, that of course means warmer winter weathers experiences or very cold spring style, depending on how you look at it. But it's going to be a high of 35 degrees coming up tomorrow on Friday. It is predicted to snow a little bit. Wind speeds are going to be quite breezy, up to 40 miles per hour. For Friday night, we see a low of 22. A few clouds from time to time are going to be in that forecast, and that's going to be coming up for Friday the 20th. That's tomorrow. For Saturday, we see a high of 35 degrees, more clouds than sun, and we see it continuing on to be cloudy with a low of 21 degrees. That's going to be for Saturday night. Heading on into Sunday, we see a high of 27, cloudy in the morning with some clouds pretty much staying around the area. We see it dropping down to a low of about 17 degrees coming through, and that'll be for Sunday night. So again, chilly temperatures. Monday continues to be chilly with a high of 32, not super chilly, but still a little bit cold. We see it dropping down to chillier temperatures for Monday night with a low of 17 degrees. Tuesday rolls around, we see a high of 41 degrees, mostly cloudy in that forecast. It drops down to 32 with considerable amount of cloudiness that'll be coming through for Tuesday. And that first quarter moon will be coming up too. For Wednesday, we see here a high of 45 degrees, mostly cloudy skies early, and then partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. It drops down to a low of 21 degrees coming through for Wednesday night, and that will be for the 25th of February. Thursday rolls around a week from today, a high of 41 and sunshine with some clouds. A few clouds from time to time, but generally clear is in that prediction for Thursday the 26th with a low of 26. So if you want to check out more information, you can find it on the Weather Channel, weather.com, or also go onto your local app or computer or device, and you'll be able to find it there. So again, lots of cool things that are coming up here locally in the area. You can also find, of course, that a couple days ago was Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year happened on the 17th, and you can even find some specials around the area. There are some Chinese New Year specials. If you do want to find them, I know that there's some retail and shopping, so this is just a little bit of a promo I'm giving to you, especially at some of the larger businesses too. I know they have some things that are going on. They have specials going on now, Lunar New Year deals and highlights that you can find in 2026 for the next couple of days, still continuing on. So if you want to look for those, you can, but those are some things that are happening just to keep you in tune with that. You can also go to Groupon. If you go to Groupon, you can find some deals, including a deal of the day. They have a deal of the day that they feature on their website. So if you're looking for anything in particular in the area, you can use your zip code and they can help to navigate with that too. So it's good to look at that, see and find all the cool things to do in the Chicagoland and Fox River Valley area. Get those special steals of deals, especially for experiences. Lots of people are wanting to, not buy items, so to say, but buy experiences. And that's a great way to share those experiences because you're never going to forget those. So with the time that we have here too, I wanted to talk a little bit and go through some things that are coming up locally, and then we'll recognize a specific ice cream company business that's in Algonquin. I've been here before. It's a cute little place to go to, especially with the weather going to be eventually warming up here. You want to get yourself some good ice cream, coffee, drinks, and more. This is a good place to go to, especially after a nice bike or stroll in downtown Algonquin. We want to recognize this business, especially on Mint Chocolate Day today with mint chocolate ice cream. They do offer this at this particular ice cream company. So we'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. But I do want to send some reminders out there to you, of course, for our local programming. Today, of course, is our Tradio segment at 12:30. So if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, that'll be coming up at 12:30. You can hit me up, give me a call here on the phone lines at 847-931-1410, or you can text me pictures, information, flyers, and more on our text line at 505-926-1410. So I'll be on here until 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock from 1 until 2, we have What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. Not quite sure what he's going to be having in store for us, but we'll keep you up to date on that until the time comes. And of course, you'll know when the time comes to listen in at stuff that starts roughly at around 106, 107 or so. 6, 7. That goes on until 2 o'clock. So you'll be able to listen to that. That's with Michael Horn on the AM 1410 dial. Later today, we do have Talk Time with Tammy and Friends, a Thursday edition. It's a Taco Thursday today. I'm making my tacos tonight for the family. Thursday is usually my night to cook. If I don't cook, I usually just get pickups and we all have them together. But tonight I said, it's Thursday. It's Taco Thursday today. And I do like using the skillet to make those tacos. So that's what we are going to be doing tonight for dinner. And then coming up, we also do have Big Top Sports, and this is going to be with David Deistricht and guests as well, so you'll be able to listen to that coming up during the 4 o'clock hour from 4 until 6 o'clock. From 6 until 7 o'clock, we do have our WRMN 10 o'clock news replays, so it's still fresh news that you can check out and listen to from 6 until 7 o'clock. From 7 to 8, we have a political talk show. David Tease is back on with us with a special guest, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up during the 8 o'clock hour, 7 to 8, or 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock, the 7 o'clock hour. And then from 8 until 9, we have The Voice of Reason with Andy Hoosier. You can listen to his show. He does have more of a conservative foundation, but he still does allow people to call into the show and listen to what he's got to offer there. You can also check out his website as well, too. And then from 9 until midnight, it's Late Night Radio on WRMN. We've been getting lots of really great comments from people. We had Downtown Jose. He loves the Dimension X, which is towards the tail end at the 11 o'clock hour. He loves that show. He told us about that yesterday at the George Rawlinson celebration. And then also we had Bob sit by us too, and he said that he really liked that classical radio. Reminded him of back in the day too, so that's really cool to hear. So a lot of people have been enjoying the late night radio on WRMN. Little spooky for the night owls out there, but it's cool to listen to, and it brings some of that classic old nostalgic radio back into your homes. It is approaching 17 past the hour. We're going to take another quick time out. When we come back, we'll talk about the River Bottom Ice Cream Company. And if you've ever been there before, you know what I'm talking about. It's all handmade ice cream, and it's a cute little place to enjoy. And they are all about bringing the community together as well. So stay tuned for that. We'll talk about that here and more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
It's what we were taught, trained, and told to do.
It could be for anything. Helping a friend move.
Listening to a fellow veteran for hours, at any hour of the day.
Or just simply making time for people. A neighbor, a loved one, or even a stranger.
We're often the first to help others. There's no question about it.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Perhaps it's time to do for yourself what you would do for others.
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Do you ever crave a delicious treat, but that pesky guilt lingers over you? Well, you can have your dessert and eat it too. Desserts that's gluten-free, keto, vegan, and actually delicious. Yes, we're serious. At Desserts Without Regrets, located in Gilbert's, we bake for people who read labels. Custom cookies, celebration cakes, and treats made with clean ingredients and zero guilt. No walk-ins, because great dessert takes planning. Pre-order only at dessertswithoutregrets.com or call Daria at 312-610-9033. That's Desserts Without Regrets, because dessert should never be a regret.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Now, as we know it, we are soon approaching springtime, and it means that we're going to spring into action when it comes to ice cream season. Now, ice cream season usually is more so popular during the summertime, but you can get a head start here too and enjoy some delicious homemade, made from scratch gourmet ice cream. And this is a place that I recommend to you. I think I talked about them probably even a couple years ago. Was it a couple years ago? No, I don't think so. I think I mentioned it last year. I think I did. I went on a date at this place. It's a good place to go to. It's 301 South Main Street. It's in downtown Algonquin. And this is called River Bottom Coffee and Ice Cream. Now, they have some really great reviews here, and if you've never been before, I recommend it to you. Now, their hours of operation, they are closed on Mondays, but they're open Tuesday through Friday from 12 until 9 p.m., and then they're open on Saturday and Sunday from 12 until 8 o'clock. Now, they are a ice cream company that is involved in creating creamy gourmet ice cream. That is their staple in the community. If you go to their website, riverbottomicecream.com, you can see that they pride themselves in not just ice cream, but also some delicious drinks, including coffee. So let's take a look at their menu and see what they have to offer. Now, I got an iced latte there. I remember it was even from a year ago that I went. I went around, I think it was maybe May or June I went of last year. And I had very delicious treats to enjoy. I think I got coffee and ice cream both. Unless I got ice cream coffee. I can't quite remember. I know I did get a coffee, though. I think I had ice cream, too. But I enjoyed their coffee very well. And it was very well made, too, and it was strong. They have ice cream, coffee, and more. Whether you're in the mood for ice cream, coffee, or you're looking for the perfect spot to gather with family and friends, they have a great selection that'll satisfy all. You can dine in or you can take it to go. They have their homemade ice cream menu. It's all handmade in-house. So flavors are subject to availability, and they do change frequently too. So if you're looking for a specific flavor or something, you can check out their menu. They also do offer gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan options that are available if you have dietary restrictions. We've been noticing this as something that has really become on the rise for a lot of small local businesses, offering those gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan options for folks out there too, so they can also be a part of the journey on with these local businesses and be able to enjoy the sweet treats that they love and that they enjoy, even if you have those dietary restrictions too. So they offer medium and large sizes, and they can have 2 flavors. You can do cones. They offer, of course, pretzel, chocolate cookie, sprinkle cookie, and M&M cookies for their sugar and waffle premium cones. They also do offer them in cups. They have them hand-packed. You can buy them as pints or quarts. If you want handmade shakes, they have them too. You can even add malts to them. They offer classical root beer floats, which I haven't had in a long time. Cookie sandwiches, they offer sundaes, doggy scoops too, so a special treat for your furry friends out there. If you've got any dogs, they are welcome in to the River Bottom ice cream, as long as they're leashed properly. Because I know around that area, they do have some outdoor benches that people can sit on and a lot of walking spaces in the downtown Algonquin area. Now, they also do offer coffee. They get their beans from locally Conscious Cup coffee roasters. They offer espresso, Americano, cappuccino, lattes. I've had their medium iced lattes before, which are very good. You can also do the usual mocha or caramel macchiatos. If you want to try their house coffees, they offer their house coffee, cold brew, which is another great option. They have their nitro cold brew and their cafe au lait, which is a good choice to have too. And they come in 12, 16, and 20 ounces. Now, what's the difference between a regular cold brew and the nitro cold brew? I'm not quite sure. I'd have to look and see what it is. Nitro cold brew is standard cold brew coffee infused with nitrogen gas, which then results in a creamier, velvety texture with a foamy beer-like head. Okay, I understand. Regular cold brew is flat served over ice. I do like the regular cold brew. I think that that's pretty delicious. And of course, there's more. You can get some snacks. Assortment of chips and other goodies are also available. You can even try their teas. They offer their loose leaf tea, variety of different cold beverages, and also hot chocolates, which you can have all year round too. So definitely check that out. They're a very nice, cozy place to go to. If you go to the inside of the shop, you can see that it's a little bit of a smaller area to go into, but it's really nice, especially if you are walking your dog or your pet, or maybe walking with family and friends, or even on your own. You're going for a jog in downtown Algonquin. You want to stop and sit on some of those benches. They have them available. The inside is nice and brightly lit. They even do have a bulletin board where you can post your announcements, post your business cards, and more. So you can feel free to do that too. Seating is very limited in there because it is a little bit of a smaller facility, but they have plenty of outdoor seating available around the area too for you to go and check out. So they have a lot of different flavors of different ice creams to try out. At nighttime, they have it nicely lit up, so you can go for a nice little night stroll if you'd like. They offer different choices of ice cream and different flavors. They even have a little bit of a section in the back where sometimes they have live events where people will play music. So if you want to check that out too, feel free to do so. What I also love too is they have those large straws, those classical barbershop swirl looking straws. Those are always nice. Gives it that old-fashioned feel. So when it comes to ice cream and deliciousness, give it a try and check it out. This is the River Bottom Ice Cream, and you can find them in Algonquin. They're located at 301 South Main Street. They offer ice cream, homemade flavors, in addition to coffee and also those specialty drinks and treats. So that's something that you can enjoy, and it has become a community staple in Algonquin. Bob and Bobby Novak are the ones who founded this back in 2016, and they're still going very strong. So lots of love and support to you, to the Novak family out there in Algonquin. They love what they do, and they do it so well too. So check it out. Very good ice cream and great drinks that I have had personally myself. And I've only been there once, and it's very memorable. I remember it very well. Might have also been because I was on a good date too. So that's a good place to go to. That's River Bottom Ice Cream. Wanted to give them a little bit of a shout out. Thinking about, of course, with the weather warming up and you want to try out some good, delicious food options, something that's cold to the tongue and soothing to your body to help you cool off a bit on the warmer, hot days coming up, that's the time to do it. And yes, it's going to be coming up pretty fast because even though it's February, still the start of the year, and we're still technically in winter, every year seems to go by faster the older we get. So it's going to come up sooner than you think. Also, those fresh markets are going to be coming up around the corner too, and we are definitely going to be out at some of those great events too, especially during the summertime. So stay tuned for all of that and more here on WRMN. The time is approaching soon to be our bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. So when we come back, we will go through our Tradio segment. That'll be the time to call in for you folks. If you have any suggestions for us, if you have any flyers and events that are coming up, you've got something that you want to share with us, that's the time to call in. That's 847-931-1410. Or, of course, you can also text us at 505-926-1410. After that, of course, we'll continue on talking more what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. What are some places to go to? Check out the different taco places, events that are coming up. We'll talk a little bit here also on some of the local libraries and what's happening there too. So stay tuned for all of this and more as you're listening to the Voice of the Valley and the Talk of the Town, your trusted local radio station for news, talk, and entertainment. This is Matt McNeil taking you into the rest of the 12 o'clock hour on Out to Lunch. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Progressive. Governor J.B. Pritzker has proposed a $56 billion state budget as Illinois prepares for potential federal funding cuts. Capital News Illinois reports the plan increases spending on education, healthcare, and pensions, while most other areas would see little growth. Illinois lawmakers are considering lowering the legal blood alcohol limit for drivers from 0.08 to 0.05, which would make it among the strictest standards in the nation. Supporters say the change could help reduce impaired driving and traffic deaths. Governor J.B. Pritzker is proposing a statewide fee on social media companies expected to raise about $200 million annually for education. The plan would charge platforms based on the number of Illinois users, with larger companies paying higher monthly fees. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel made his $10 Tuesday bucket so full with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders that it might just last you till Wednesday, if you've got that kind of self-control. I mean, some people want leftovers. Others are more into right nowers. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal with KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Since 1960, Fox Valley Fire and Safety has been dedicated to caring for our customers and protecting our community. What began in a family basement with just 2 employees has grown into a team of more than 300, supported by nearly 200 service vehicles. But our mission has never changed. We're here to keep the people and businesses we serve safe. Our service technicians are available 24/7, 365 days a year across Northern Illinois, because your safety can't wait. To learn more, visit foxvalleyfire.com or call 847-695-5990. A proud member of the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, supporting the local business community.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 55. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms before dawn, then rain showers likely with a low around 33. Tomorrow brings a chance of snow before noon, mostly cloudy with a high near 40. Currently, it's 58 and mainly clear. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. Hey, we're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. From advanced surgery to personalized rehab, their specialists are with you throughout your care journey. St. Joseph Hospital is a proud member of Prime Healthcare, and they're here to keep you moving. So schedule your appointment today by giving them a call at 847-931-5525 or visit stjosephelgin.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment. So again, thank you so much to St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. We do have our Tradio segment in operation right now, so if you are interested in buying, selling, trading, and or announcing to the Fox River Valley area, feel free to hit us up. Give us a call. The phone lines are open. 847-931-1410. If it's got to go, post it here on Tradio. You can also text us at 505-926-1410 for any information, too. If you've got anything that's happening in the area, you want to announce it to us, let us know. Let us know. We would love to talk to you. Got any antiques? Anything like that? Like my room needs any more antiques? I don't. I was actually flipping through my pictures here on the text line. I don't know why I sent this over to the text line, but if any of you have seen my room, this is an outdated picture because everything's been moved now. Some of the pictures have all been moved, pretty much. So it doesn't quite look like that anymore, but if you're watching on YouTube, you get a little general sense of what my room looks like, okay? As someone who's a collector, someone who loves family history, that's my room. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at that picture, I like that ball lamp on the desk. I think I'm going to have to do that again. I like that ball lamp on the desk. Oh, now I'm inspired to move some stuff around again. Darn. See, that's the problem with my room. My room is so small. It's hard to move stuff around. I always love moving stuff around in my room, though. It's so much fun. And now, you know what, though? Now looking at this picture, my room layout makes my room smaller compared to how it used to be. I don't know if I should move my stuff back. That would take a long time, though. And I have heavy furniture, too. I don't know. Maybe I should move it back to the way it was before. Everything's been swapped. No, I don't think I'm going to keep it the way it is. I think I'll keep it the way I do like it how it used to be, though. Darn. Oh, well. Now that I'm looking at the picture, I'm like, should I have moved everything? I don't know. Oh, well. No, I love my room. Of course I do. But now I'm looking at the picture of how it used to look like, and I'm like, I kind of wish it was back to that way again. Oh, well. That's fine. I'm not complaining too much, but I'm like, I remember. Anyway. Moving on, moving forward, we've got our Tradio segment here. I'm getting distracted. Let's see what we've got here for our Tradio announcers. We have a Tradio caller that called in from Hampshire. Lots of furniture for sale in Hampshire, Illinois. Everything is like new, and she'll take offers on anything, too. She's got 2 sofas, a dining table, so much more. TV appliances, washer and dryer. You can call and tell her who you are first. You can reach out. The phone number to dial is 847-502-4612. That's the cell phone number. And then there's also the landline, which is 847-695-9881. That's 847-695-9881. That's the number to dial. Another Tradio caller here, Greg, is looking for bicycles, late 1800s to the 1970s, parts, pieces, and or accessories. And of course, they can really be in any condition. He's also looking for vintage Omega watches, men's and women's watches, and also the diver style watches. He's a collector, not a dealer, so he'll pay a fair price for that. And he's also got cash in hand too. So feel free to reach out to him for more information on that. He's also looking for old gas tether cars. He's also looking for old racing go-karts. He's got a Schuco Disney monorail toy. He's looking to add some extra pieces to it, kind of spruce it up a little. And then he's also, he's got a son that's looking for some Pokemon cards. Now, he does have for sale that Schwinn 312 Goose Island bicycle. It runs very good. The asking price on this is $99, And he also does have a Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker. It's in the color ivory, comes with the 3 cups as well, and the asking price on this is $425. So if you want to reach out to him today, he's also got a Lionel Pioneer Zephyr for sale. It's like the ones that you see at the Museum of Science and Industry. They're about 4 feet long. They're in excellent condition, and it's a unique piece too. It's got that shiny chrome on it. If you want to reach out, he also has a Bailey Blue hat for sale. It comes with the box, and that's 847-962-6033. That's 847-962-6033. That's the number to dial if you want to reach out to him for more information. We also have another Tradio caller here. He has a car for sale. This is a 2009 Toyota Corolla. It's a Model S. It's a 5-speed manual transmission, and it's in great condition. The asking price is $5,000 or best offer. And he's located in Elmhurst. You can reach out to him today, and that number to dial is 312-296-4223. That's 312-296-4223. You can also reach out to Gary here because he's looking for a typewriter from the 1930s and the 50s. It's in the color black, a portable one with a case. And you can reach out to him today. That number is 847-372-8083. That's 847-372-8083. So those are the Tradio callers. If you want to reach out to us today, you can feel free to do so at 847-931-1410. That's the number to dial. Don't forget, tomorrow is Friday, so we've got some great lineups of shows coming up. We've got the morning show from 6 until 9 o'clock. We have Fridays with the Finest with Chief Anna Lally and guest, and Dino will be here at the board, making sure everything runs nice and smoothly, being a part of the conversation there. That's Fridays with the Finest, every Friday from 9 until 9:30. From 9:30 to 10, it's the Community Spotlight Show with Steve Thorin. I'll be here to be a part of the show, of course, as always. We have our WRMN 10 o'clock news segment. We've got Out to Lunch from 11 until 12 o'clock. I'm going to be having a special guest coming in. Let me go back on my schedule here. His name is Scott, and he is the president and CEO of the Fox Valley Fire and Safety. He's coming into the station to talk about what they do for the community and for those in need. So we'll talk to him a little bit about the company heritage and growth, employee ownership, impact, comprehensive service models, and adapting to code and technology changes in the world. And also talk a little bit about emergency preparedness and response. Also, too, client education and safety culture, and a vision for the future. So that'll be for the majority of the time for Out to Lunch. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. We also do have the life experiences of William Pellerinos, and he is going to be doing a retrospective on the career of Robert Duvall. So stay tuned for that, as he has recently passed away. He'll be talking about some good movies out there, including Let's Get Harry, The Apostle, Tender Mercies, The Godfather, Lonesome Dove. There's a couple other ones. Secondhand Lions is another show that he was, a movie that he was in. So he'll talk about some of that. That'll be coming up tomorrow on his shows. It'll definitely be a fun-filled show. Don't forget, you can call in today at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. If you've got something that you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area. I also want to give you a little sneak peek on what's going to be happening for the rest of this month and also next month for the Out to Lunch segments. We also do have the City Council recap. So that's with Mayor Dave Captain. He made a great speech yesterday at the event for George. He'll be coming in next Thursday again to talk about the recap for this upcoming Wednesday's meeting. In March, I've got quite a few people that are going to be coming in. We've got Dawn with Markland Organization coming in on Monday, March 2nd. She's going to be talking about a Run, Walk, and Roll Elgin event. It's a 5K and 1 mile event that they're hosting in April. We've also got, once again, Medicare Made ABCD Easy coming up on Tuesday the 3rd, and Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International back again for also Tuesday the 3rd. That's at 11 o'clock. We also have coming up on Wednesday, March 4th, Girl Scouts of America are coming in. Debbie and Samantha are coming into the station to discuss about the Girl Scouts Touch a Truck donation event that's in South Elgin coming up on March 7th. So we have this and more that'll be coming up soon. Stay tuned for more here on WRMN. We have a caller on hold. Let's take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Matt, it's Greg. How are you?
Hey, Greg. I'm doing good. How are you today?
I'm dandy.
Awesome.
Sorry I missed you yesterday. Didn't make it out there.
Yeah, that's okay.
I will be seeing you at the flea market, I guess, because we have a spot in the gym. We've had it for years. I'm in the corner spot all the way in the back of the gym, so I'm going to bring that Blue Bailey hat out there just so you can spot me.
Nice. Okay, awesome, awesome. Oh, great. I'll definitely try to be there for sure.
And I have a recipe for tomorrow I could send to you unless you have something to highlight, but it's for Polish pickle soup.
Ooh. Okay, I do have something I'm going to highlight tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to send it to you anyway. It's a good
awesome.
Lent alternative, but everybody, it's almost like a potato soup with a little pickle flavor. And a lot of people cringe when they hear it, but I found the recipe online. I'll show you the video is quite entertaining.
All right.
It's by somebody called Snow Dogs, and they're up north somewhere, and they have a couple huskies or dogs, and while she's cooking, they pick up all the scraps.
All right. I love that. That's great.
Yeah, and anyway, but no, it's almost like a potato soup. It sounds different, but it is so good, especially on a cold winter's day.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome, Greg. Thanks so much for calling in. I appreciate it. Yeah,
Wait.
send it over. Yes.
Wait, and I also have a freebie. So if anybody's looking, we're putting up a new canopy. I have a soft top canopy. It's 10 by 10. If somebody wants to call, if they want to take it away, they can have it for free. It has a good used top with it, and also a hanging chandelier that goes with it. Again, if they want to call, 847-962-6033. But they have to remove it carefully and take it by themselves. They have to disassemble it.
Okay. Hey, that sounds great. Thanks so much. I will pass that message along. That's nice. A free top canopy.
And have a great day.
And you too, Greg. Thanks so much.
See you. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye now. Always nice when Greg calls in. Hey, he's got something for free. It's a soft top canopy. It's a 10 by 10. That's a good size, and it's for free. It's a good used top with it, and it comes with a nice fancy hanging chandelier, too. If you want to reach out to him today, don't forget that number is 847-962-6033. Always a pleasure speaking to you, Greg, and thanks again for calling in, and hope to see you out at the flea market. I'm going to try to make it out there, too, at the Elgin High School Flea Market. Coming up on February 28th. You don't want to miss out on it, especially because there's so many local community people. Last year when I went, you know who was there? Jeff Myers was there. He was there with, I think Bruce was there too. Bruce Shipyard. So very nice to see all those lovely faces. Taking a look at the time, it's already almost 48 past the hour. I'm going to take my last time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. Stay tuned.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-234-0316. 800-234-0316. That's 800-234-0316.
All the other planter box treatments, they're playing catch-up. BioBoost doesn't just replace talc and graphite. It uses microbes to fuel early vigor and drive season-long performance, helping corn and soybeans deliver at least a 3 times return on investment. That's a yield advantage of 7.41 bushel per acre on corn and a 3.92 yield advantage on soybeans. Get BioBoost today. Visit bwfusion.com/trustthedust to learn more.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
When your car's feeling sluggish, don't stress. Just bring it down to Britain's Express Oil and Lube on Larkin Avenue in Elgin. For a fast, friendly 10-minute oil change and a full 18-point inspection, they've got you covered. Whether it's engine service, fluids, filters, or headlight check, they do it right, and they do it fast. Family run, quality service, right in your neighborhood. Swing by today and keep your ride running smooth. Britain's Express Oil and Lube, your car's health partner in Elgin, a proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp 'em all on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. We still have a little bit of time left here, about 7 minutes or so, before we kick it off to What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn here on CRN, that you can listen to us here on WRMN's AM 1410 dial. Thank you again to St. Joseph Hospital, of course, for sponsoring today's show. Out to Lunch. Get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. St. Joseph Hospital is a proud member of Prime Healthcare, and they're here to keep you moving, so schedule your appointment today. You can call them at 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com. Let's see what we have going on here today. It is a Thursday, and if you are looking to enjoy some delicious choices, you can experience Fox Valley cuisines all around the Fox River Valley area. Some places that I enjoy going to: Alexander's Cafe in Elgin for a nice breakfast or brunch, or even some lunch too. I recommend their pancakes, or if you want to try their burger or their French tip, it's also a tasty treat too. Inch's Tacos in Hampshire is another good one if you want a Taco Thursday addition to your family meal or your own personal meal too. No Manches Mexican Grill in Carpentersville is another good one to choose from. And also Taqueria Aurora. It's actually in Burlington. So there are some great options to choose from for some delicious choices and meals, and some deals too. Because I know Fat Tuesday was the other day. I'm sure there's still some places that have some leftover deals going on. Want to let you know, American Legion Post 57 recently posted as well too. There is an annual collectibles and crafts flea market that's coming up. This is exciting. Something else I'm going to have to go to. Open to the public from 9 a.m. to 3. Coming up in April. So they just released this They just released this flyer 2 days ago on their Facebook page. American Legion Post 57 presenting its annual collectibles and crafts flea market. It's Saturday, April 11th. The time booth setup is from 7 to 9. It opens to the public at 9 a.m. and it goes until 3. Vendors are needed. The cost is inside tables at $15 each, 2 for $25. It includes 8 tables, 2 chairs on the main floor. Outside area on the blacktop is $10 each. You can bring your own table, chairs, canopy, etc. No electric availability. Food and beverages are available on site for purchase. Now, if you want to check out more information, you can visit their website at allelginpost57.com, or you can also check out their location at 820 North Liberty Street. Rain or shine. That is pretty cool. I like it. I think that would be fun for me to do. Have a table set up. All the stuff I would have. Oh my gosh. Some of them I'm like, I don't know if I could sell. I could liquidate some of them though. I could. So that's American Legion. That's awesome. Also coming up here too at the local libraries, there is a event coming up brought to you by the Centro de Información. It's access to justice navigators, providing guidance to educate and empower individuals, families, and community groups. This is an event that's coming up. It's the Dundee Library. This is February 23rd. It is from 6:30 to 8. It's at the Dundee Library, and registration is required. And this is Concolska sus derechos, sesión informativa, if I'm pronouncing all of that right. But that's at the Dundee Library, if you want to go there. If you want to learn a little bit about your legal rights and how to exercise them too, that's coming up 6:30 to 8:30. That's at the Centro de Información. And they've been in the Fox River Valley area for a long time. And Fox River Valley is their library celebrating 150 years this year. So congratulations. Let's see some other things that are coming up here too. You can enjoy the Geneva Public Library and all that they have to offer. If you want to find some great things to enjoy, some past experiences and some future ones, you can go to their website. You can celebrate your community through art. You can visit the library's gallery for Dear Geneva, which is a special community art exhibit that's showcasing the creativity of local artists. If you stop by, it's open, it's available. They're on display now through till April 27th. This is where you get to see and explore a diverse collection of inspiring works. Beautiful works too, might I add. And you also get the mixtures of different mediums of art, the different things, including art pieces that include statues, pictures, displays, and so much more. So it is a mini art museum, and it's beautiful to check out too, especially with the nice, spacious, wide windows, giving in some of that natural sunlight, which is always fantastic to have too. You can also join them Wednesday, February 25th from 4 to 5:30 for the Great Decisions Discussion Group. This is a guided discussion on topical world affairs. This month's topic is Debating America's Global Role, America versus Liberal Internationalism. You can check out related materials in advance at the library, or you can even drop in, for the discussion if you'd like. So that's going to be coming up. That'll be Wednesday, February 25th is when that will be. And then finally, last but not least, we've got the Ella Johnson Memorial Public Library District. They have an Adult Services March Craft event. This is coming up Thursday, March 19th. It's from 6 until 7:30, and you get to craft a cute box of Peeps coming up for Easter. That is adorable. You can register now. The craft is for adults 18 and older. It's an Adult Services Crafts. Open to adults 18 and above. All supplies and instructions will be provided. You can find it at ellajohnson.librarycalendar.com for more info. There's still time to register for that. And it's a pretty cool one. Craft supplies available. So check it out. This does wrap it up here for Out to Lunch on WRMN AM 1410. Up next, we have What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. And as always, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today. We hope you all have a spectacular rest of your day. I'll be back on in about an hour for Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. So stay tuned for that. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410. And above all things, be kind. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in today. Have a spectacular rest